Okay. So blood vessels. We're going to talk about human blood vessel first. Later, we're going to compare with the pig's blood vessels. Okay, get it? We're going to talk about human blood vessel first, and then after that, we're going to compare with the pig. Okay? Now, blood vessel. There are two types of blood vessel. You still remember? What are the two types of blood vessel? Arteries and vein. Okay. Arteries and vein. Okay. So arteries is the blood vessel that take the blood from the heart to the tissue. The vein is the one that return the blood from the tissue to the heart. Okay, that's the definition of these two different blood vessels. Now, in the models, also in the picture on your lab, there are two colors. What are the two colors that you have in the model and also in the lab, in the book? Red and blue. Now, what does red mean? Anybody know what does red actually mean? Oxygenated blood. Okay, so red. Okay, red blood vessel. This is mean oxygenated blood. It means it is rich. This is rich blood. It has a lot of oxygen. You got this one? If you see the color blue, it is mean deoxygenated blood, or we can call it this is poor blood. Mostly carbon dioxide, not the oxygen. Get it? Now, there are two circulations. There are two circulations, blood circulation. Anybody still remember what are the two circulations that we have? Systemic and pulmonary. You got this one first. Okay. Now, if it is in the systemic, okay, systemic circulation, okay, if it is in the systemic circulation, what do you think the color of the arteries and what is the color of the veins if it is systemic? It's really important. What do you think the color of arteries and the vein if it is systemic circulation? Anybody can guess? Why do you think the color the artery in the systemic? Where the artery is coming from? From the heart, what? If it is systemic, it means that the blood is coming from the heart, from the left ventricles, carry the oxygen to the tissue, right? Carry the oxygen to the tissue. It means that it has a lot of oxygen in it. So what is the color gonna be? The artery will be red. In the systemic, red mean artery. Okay, then blue, this is the blood vessel that carry poor blood from the tissue, return it back to the heart. It's gonna be veins. Okay, this is important information for you. When you read the textbook or the model, you should know what is red mean, what is blue mean. Now, in the pulmonary circulations, remember, pulmonary circulation is carry the blood from the heart, which is very poor blood, to the lungs in order to get oxygen. Now, what is the color of artery gonna be for the pulmonary circulation? It's gonna be poor blood. Artery will be? No. Remember, red means rich. You are not rich. You are poor now. So, the red is going to be actually veins. The blue is actually arteries because it is coming from the lungs, carry a lot of oxygen. That's important because when you try to identify this one, now you're going to see, wow, this is blue. What does that mean? If it is going to the lung, for example, this one over here, this is actually artery, pulmonary trunk. And the red one that enter into this is going to be the veins. Look at this one. This is red. This is going to be artery. This is systemic circulation, which is aorta. Blue on the other side over here is going to be the vein, which is vena cava, superior vena cava from the top of our body, poor blood. Okay, so that's important information about the color of the blood vessel, whether in the models or in the textbook. Any textbook going to be the same. This is standard. That's a standard color for this. Also, when we do dissections, most of the time, okay, the pig will also inject it with the color. You're gonna maybe see the color of the blood vessel also in the pig. Okay, so they injected color in the blood vessel. Okay, you have questions so far for this one? If not, then I'm gonna show you the main blood vessels in human. Okay, it might help you to fill out that informations on your lab activity and also maybe on the lab report. So if it is human, then let's start from the heart. Okay, we're gonna go to the systemic circulation first. So the color gonna be red. So it's gonna be from here, which is left ventricle. Okay, then there will be big blood vessel. It's called the aorta. Get it? So aorta is from the left ventricle. So this is over here is aorta. Now the aorta itself is divided into three parts. Okay? The one that is up from the left ventricle, it is called the ascending aorta because it's going up. Okay, so number one, I'm gonna put number over here. Okay, so number one, ascending aorta. Okay, number two. This part over here is going to be number two, making an arch. Okay, so number two, arch of aorta. Okay, number three, over here, and also going down, is actually going on the back. Okay, so this is going to be number three also. That number three is going down, therefore it's called the descending aorta. Okay, that's the three part of the aorta: ascending, arch, and descending. You get this one? Now, we start from the ascending. The ascending aorta then will branch into two arteries that will go to the heart, the muscle of the heart. I'm gonna put this number 5, okay, which is left and right. Oh, number after 3 is 4. Sorry, I jumped too much. So 4. It's going to be number 4. Okay? So number 4 is the coronary artery. It's going to be left and right. That's number 4. Now look at number 5. This coming from the arch of the aorta on the right side. Okay? over here, that's going to be number 5. Okay. That number 5 is called the brachiocephalic artery. Number 5. Okay. Now number 6, also from the arch of the aorta, but on the left side. Okay, is going up like that. Okay, that's gonna be number 6. What is number 6? This is the one that go to our brain, because it is on the left side. The name is gonna be left common carotid artery. Okay, LCCA, left common carotid artery. That's number 6. Number 7 is also from the arch of the aorta on the left side. It's going to be going to our arm. Okay, on the left side over here. So this one's going to be number 7. Okay, so this number 7 is left. Okay, it's on the left side, subclavian artery. Clavia means wings. Okay, this is going to go to our wings. Okay. Number 7. Okay, now number 8. Number 8 is branch from number 5. Branching from number 5, which is going up to our brain on the right side. Okay, so it's going to be 8 over here. Okay, that number 8 is going to be called right. Okay, right common carotid artery. Right CCA. Okay, this is 6 and 8. It's the same, common carotid artery, left and right. Okay, but the right is coming from brachiocephalic. Also, branch from the number 5, brachiocephalic, then go to the left or to the right of your wing. That's going to be number 9. This is number 9. Okay, this one's going to be right. Subclavian artery. Okay, you got this one first. Now we're gonna go here. We're gonna continue the subclavian artery. It's gonna be go to our top arm, upper arm. Upper arm is more, I mean, brachium. So over here, you're gonna have number 10. Okay, that number 10 is brachial artery. Because it is on the left side, we're gonna put left brachial artery. Okay, left brachial. Oh, I get yellow. Brachial artery, and then it will branch over here in the lower arm, because we have 2 bones on the lower arm. What are the 2 bones that we have? Anybody still remember? We have humerus, and there are 2 bones over here. What is the name of the bone? The big one is radius, the small one is ulna. Right? Radius and ulna. Therefore, it will branch into number 11, gonna be radial artery. Number 12, gonna be ulnar artery. 11 radial artery and 12 ulnar artery. Okay? I think we stop there. We can go down, actually become palmar artery and etc. But that should be enough until the lower arm. Okay, the left side is going to be the same. On the right side is going to be the same. Okay. Do you have questions so far? Now, over here, the descending aorta. We just finished arch of the aorta plus the branches over there. Now we're going to talk about the descending aorta. It's going to be passing our thorax and also passing our abdominal cavity. Let's say in the abdominal cavity, okay, this one go to, let's say, kidney. If it is kidney, okay, we're going to put number 13 over here. That's the artery that going to the kidney. The name is going to be renal artery. If it is on the left, going to be left. On the right, going to be right. Eh? So number 13 is renal artery. Eh? And then there are many more, but there are so many organs in our abdominal cavity. We will pass that. We'll go to the bottom one. To the legs. Okay, to the leg. At the end over here, this descending aorta will become what we call the number 14 over here. Okay. Number 14 is called common iliac artery. Okay, common iliac artery. I have to put it actually on the branchings, not on the tip. Okay, so number 14, left and right. Okay. Then this one, the common iliac artery, then will branch into okay. We're going to put number 15 over here on the outside. On the outside, number 15. Okay. It's going to be the external iliac artery, number 15, and number 16 is going to be internal. This is 16. Internal iliac artery. Okay. If you follow going down the external iliac artery, then it's going to be branched into tibial artery, because it's going to our tibia and fibula bone. Hey, at least until this far. Okay. So for this common blood vessel, this is just the artery right now for the systemic circulation. Okay, you have questions so far? Now we're going to trace back to the heart, which is going to be vein. I don't have the blue color. I'm going to use white. White for the vein, for the systemic circulation. Okay. Now, from the top, which is going down from our brains, you're going to have a big artery on the neck, which is the vein because going down. That's going to be called the jugular. This one going to be internal. Oh, I'm going to put number. 17. 17. I'm going to change the color because this is vein now. This is internal jugular vein. Can be left and right. This is actually in the front part of our body. So over here, you're going to see the blue one over here. We have external on the back, smaller. External jugular vein on the back is smaller. Internal, bigger. Okay. Now it's going to okay, it's going to be combined with this number 18 over here, which is coming from our subclavian, our wings. The 18 is going to be subclavian vein. Okay, left and right. Internal also left and right. All of them will drain into the big, I'm gonna put number 19. Okay, the biggest vein from the top, it is called the superior vena cava. And then it will enter into this right atrium. Okay, that's from the top. Now from the bottom, it's going to be the same. It's actually they side by side. The artery and the vein, most of the time they side by side. They actually close one another. So from here, you're going to have iliac vein. Okay, so I'm going to put that number 20. So number 20 is common iliac vein. Okay, left and right, it's going to be combined into this number 21. Okay, number 21, that also will go to the right atrium, drain into the right atrium. It's coming from inferior body. That's going to be called the inferior vena cava. Okay. Now, this one also, the vein, the inferior vena cava, receive the blood from the, let's say from the kidney or other organ. Let's say the one that coming from the kidney, we're going to put this number 22. That's going to be called the renal vein. It will drain into the inferior vena cava and finally go to the right atrium. Okay, at least this, the general kind of veins and arteries in the systemic circulation. So the color for the arteries will be red. The color for the veins will be blue. Now, if we talk about the pulmonary, so we're going to have lungs over here. Okay? The blood vessel that coming from the right ventricle will be blue. Why it is blue? Because this is poor blood. This is poor blood, already used. So it's going to be going here, actually side by side with the aorta. Okay, so this is going to be, this one is systemic circulation. Okay, over here we're gonna have pulmonary circulations. We're gonna use letter. The one that is out from the right ventricle, we're gonna put A over here. Okay, so that A will be the pulmonary trunk. Which is blue in color. I use white over here. Okay. Now from there, it will be branched into two because we have two lungs. Okay. This is going to be B. This is B. Okay, so that B will be pulmonary arteries, left and right. Okay, so inside the lung, then there will be exchange of oxygen with carbon dioxide in the capillaries. The one that written over here to the left artery will be red because a lot of oxygen. So this is going to be number. Oh, not on number. C. Okay, letter C, which is red in color. This is going to be pulmonary veins. And there are actually 4 of them. 2 from the left lungs, 2 from the right lungs. All of them will go or enter into the left atrium. Okay, do you have questions? These are the blood vessels that will be in the lab exam. So make sure you study this and also try to know, you can go to these models. Okay, try to, you know, say what is this? I actually put heart also. Okay, so this is actually left or right side. This is left or right ventricle. Look, the one that is go out is actually blue. So what's it gonna be? Right, because what? Blue gonna be pulmonary trunk, poor blood. Over here on the left side, it's gonna be left ventricle. It's actually go to this red aorta. Okay? Look at this on the top, for example. This is blue. This is going to be superior vena cava. This is red. It's going to be common carotid arteries. This is blue. This is going to be internal jugular vein. What? It is red. It's going to be descending aorta. This is blue. This is going to be inferior vena cava. This is red. This is going to be external iliac. This is blue. It's going to be external vein, iliac vein. This is iliac artery. Okay. I also put here an organ that's actually part of your endocrine gland, which is the adrenal gland. I also put over here, which is this is the thyroid gland, because you also have thyroid gland on the exam. Okay, the same over here. We have thyroid gland, for example. Over here, there are a lot of label. Again, right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle, left atrium, right atrium, aorta, inferior vena cava, pulmonary trunk, the chamber. So I open that. How do you know if I just put this by itself? How do you know this which one is left, which one is right? Look at the muscle. Like the muscle. This one is going to be left ventricle because what? Thicker muscle. This one thinner muscle. It's going to be right ventricle. Okay? So make sure you do this, you understand this. If I put this by itself somewhere on the corner, for example, you have to know which chamber is this. Okay? Whether left atrium, left ventricle, right ventricle. The same thing with this. Okay? The same thing with also this. There is some label over here. Again, if you see this one, blue is going to be artery. but it's go to the lung. This is red, it is gonna be artery, but it is systemic, which is aorta. This blue gonna be the vena cava. Vena cava, aorta. I mean aorta. Yes, descending aorta. Okay. Okay. This one is a lot. This one is actually the same like that picture, but this is better because it's in the model. So you're gonna have, like for example, this one is gonna be vein. Okay, iliac, common iliac vein. This is iliac artery, common iliac artery, external. This is descending aorta. This is inferior vena cava. This one is on the thumb side. It's going to be the radial artery. This is the ulnar artery. This is subclavian artery. This is also, this is a brachial artery, and etc. Okay, so learn this right now. Okay, after you finish, you can also try to fill out the lab activity. Okay, if you finish, then you can leave. Okay, next week will be exam with this kind of models. I will put the labels on it. Okay, do you have question for this? No, you can start. Okay, at least you study first. Make sure discuss with your classmate. Try to answer.